Hey guys, Spooky Squid here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be a tag video. It's the eyeshadow palette tag. I believe this one was started off by Samantha March, so I will link her YouTube down below. And yeah, keep watching. So let's start off the tag with showing you my newest palette. The newest one would be this one. I actually just got it today. It's the Berlin Underground eyeshadow palette by Nomad Cosmetics, and this is what she looks like on the inside. It's currently what I'm wearing on my eyes, along with the Studio 54, which, I mean, they came together, so I guess technically they're both my newest palettes. So yeah, I will link up the video to see what I did with these palettes. Like I said, is currently what I'm wearing if you're interested. I just tried them once. I enjoyed them, so hopefully you'll get to see more of these in the upcoming videos. So yeah, those were my newest palettes. My oldest palette, I'm not sure. Like not 100% sure, but I think it is the Serpentina palette by Kat Von D. I might be mistaken, but I know I had older ones, but I got rid of them, decluttered them, broke a couple, so I think this is the oldest one I have. That's what she looks like on the inside. I don't know why I still hang on to it. I have a lot of good memories attached to it, and I just don't want to get rid of it. It did came with a gold powder, like loose shadow. It's somewhere. I didn't get rid of it, and I still use it. I mean, the palette itself is very pretty. I really do love the color story, but I haven't really touched it in a while. But you can see she was used a lot, so you can see that there are a lot of imprints in it. I haven't hit pan on any of them, but I don't really hit pan on any of my palettes. But yeah. She's my oldest. Now I'm just going to show you my most expensive palette. I believe it's this one, the Muerte palette by Melt Cosmetics. I think they're close to $80 Canadian. I'm pretty sure it's my most expensive palette. I could be mistaken. That's the color story on the inside, and I do really, really love this palette. Really worth it. Pretty pricey, but honestly, like, the formula is amazing, and I've really been enjoying this one. Now, my most affordable palette. I wasn't sure about this, but I kind of looked through my stuff and I found this BH Cosmetics palette. It's just a 6-pan palette, and I mean, I don't even remember how much I paid. I think I got it free with like an order I got from them. So, I mean, that free would be definitely the most affordable palette I have. So, I haven't really used this in a while. I used it a couple times when I got it, but I wasn't really loving it. I don't know why I still have it. I think I keep telling myself like, oh, I'll hang on to it if I travel or whatever, and I travel and I never bring this because honestly I'm probably just gonna declutter it, so I forgot about this one. So yeah, my most affordable one. Now this one, my everyday palette. I don't really have one. I try to, like, I'm not really one to use, like, sometimes I'll want to wear nudes, sometimes I'll want to wear like bright colors, so I don't really have a palette that I reach for every day. So I don't think it's really a thing, like everyday palette. Like, even when I was working, I didn't really have one. Maybe the Naked Heat one, but I haven't. No, I mean, I used it a lot when I first got it, and I kind of considered it my everyday palette, but I tend to do that when I get a new palette. I'll use it a lot, and then I'll have to rotate my palettes to like use other palettes that I haven't used in a while. So I don't really have one. But yeah. So I'll show you my most colorful palette next though, and that would be the Radioactive palette by Melt Cosmetics. I was kind of looking through my palettes and I was thinking, like, when it comes to rainbow palettes, I have like colorful ones, but then there's like a couple neutral shades, so it's not really a colorful, like, as far as like color-wise goes. I think this is the palette that I have that has only like bright colors in a palette. And again, Melt Cosmetics, killing it. I think I only have 2 of their palettes, but really been enjoying their formula, and I'm probably gonna get maybe the rest palette if I ever go around to it, but I keep like humming and hawing about it because they are pretty pricey. So yeah, but yep, this would definitely be my most colorful palette. And my smallest palette would probably again be this one here. I don't really have any small palettes. All the palettes I have are pretty like standard. They're not super big, but they're not super small. So I think this is the smallest one I have. Yeah, pretty sure. Again, yeah. 6 shadows. I'm probably gonna declutter it. I have no idea why I held on to this for so long. Now, next one is my biggest palette. So the biggest palette I have is another newer one that I got, and it is the ABH Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 4. And I'm pretty sure it's the biggest one I have so far. There's a lot of shadows. I've used it once just to test it out, and I really like it. It's not as good at a formula as the Anastasia ones, but I mean, honestly, I really enjoy the color story, and yeah, I'm probably gonna do a review on this one shortly, so if you're interested in that, just, yeah, keep watching. So yeah, my biggest one. Yeah, probably the biggest one I have with the most shadows. How many shadows are there? 5 times 25 shades. That's a lot of shades. Next, we'll be talking about the palette with the best memory. I was kind of looking through everything, and I think the palette with the best memory would be this one here. It's another old one. I got this when I went to Montreal to visit some friends of mine, and we were just shopping, and I was thinking about getting it, and then we, of course, went to Sephora, and it was right there. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm buying it. It was sold out on Sephora for so long, and yeah, I have enjoyed it. I haven't really reached for it in a while. This is what the color story looks like. Back when her formula was actually really good. So, you know, probably reach for it again. I actually really like this palette, but you know, you get new palettes and then you forget about your old one. So, but yeah, definitely best memory. I don't think I'll ever get rid of this one. Yeah. So shout out to Cass, Val, and Diana. We had such a fun time. So yeah, definitely best memory. I will go visit you again soon. Palette worth the hype. So I'm probably gonna go again with the Muerte palette by Melt Cosmetics. Like, this was their holiday release from 2019, and honestly, like, the tones are just amazing in it, and the formula is so good. It's super pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way, but it's really easy to blend out, and like, I've made like such fun looks and out of this color story, and I've been enjoying this one so much. So this would definitely be a palette that's worth the hype. I'm considering getting the Vita palette, but maybe I'll wait until it goes on sale or something. I don't know. $80 is pretty expensive. And a palette that is not worth the hype. I don't know if this one counts because there hasn't really been, like, I didn't even know this was a thing until I went on their website, but like, I love the color story, and it's everything that like my inner goth girl, well, I mean, it's everything that I wanted for a goth palette, and it sucks. Like, the gray shade is, like, I can make it work, but these two are just so patchy, and you try to blend them out and they just disappear. And the shimmers are okay, but it's nothing to really, like, write home about. And I don't know, it's just, it was so disappointing. I got it and I was super excited, and then I did my first impressions of it on YouTube, actually, and I really, really wanted to like it. And then I tried it a couple more times and I was like, no, this is straight up garbage. Do better, Lime Crime. Please reformulate this, because the color story is so pretty, but it's just, it sucks, man. It sucks. It's terrible. Ugh, why do they do that to you? Be like, oh, it's so pretty. You buy it, and then nothing. So, definitely not worth the hype. So my favorite palette from a favorite brand, I love Menagerie Cosmetics. Like, they are, every single palette they've come out with has just been just fabulous. And I think my favorite one would be this one. It's a neutral palette, but it has some very grungy tones to it, and it's just, like, it's perfect. I think this is, in my opinion, the perfect palette. Like, I just love it so much. The shimmers do have a little bit of a learning curve to them, but once you make them work, they're fantastic. Like, I don't think any other shimmers compare it to the formula of this one. So yeah, this one would probably be my favorite palette of all my palettes. Like, it's gorgeous, and the packaging is so cute, and I love this one so much. And, like, the colors are just, like, perfect. So yeah, kudos to you. I love this. And I don't know why that didn't get as much hype. Like, everyone talks about the Whale Song palette, which, I mean, it's amazing, but this one is just, I don't know, I love the color story more. So yeah, favorite palette. And my most used palette, it's also the last palette for this tag. I think it would be this one here. I've used it a lot, and I haven't really hit pan on it, but you can kind of see that a lot of my shades have, like, dents in it, and I use this every day for months. Yeah, the formula in this is really good, and I love the colors, and it was really good for its time. It's still a really, really good palette. If you have been considering it, I recommend it. So that was it for the palette tag. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time.